We must pursue an example in purity. Now, purity here does not mean less than sexual purity. It means more than sexual purity, but it certainly doesn't mean less than sexual purity. And frankly, I think this is a word. I have a number of seminary students in the congregation I pastor, and I realize that sexual purity is a massive point of unfaithfulness among many future preachers of the gospel. And I need to ask you, do you know where you are going into ministry? Do you realize that in just a few days, or maybe even now in your life, you will be sitting in the office with the lesbian, the homosexual, the pedophile, the one who was abused, the one who has got a harem in their mind and won't stop dipping into the harem for their worldly pleasures? Do you realize that you will be speaking to them? And it won't be enough just to say, I understand. It's glorious to understand. We do understand where sinners are coming from. We ourselves are sinners and have all stumbled in many ways. And yet what's needed in those hours is to say, though my flesh is drawn towards orgies and sexual immorality and fornication, though all those things are the pull of my flesh, yet because the fact that I have been raised from the dead with Christ and I am new in Christ, now it is fully possible from the heart to rejoice always in the breasts of the wife of your youth and to glory only in your bride at all times, even though they cover every TV channel and every billboard and every piece of open property in pornography. The Spirit of Christ can make a man pure. And it may be that the most important thing you could do in ministry is to put school aside and start gouging out eyes and cutting off hands. God has still a God who works by what McShane said. A holy man is still an awful weapon in the hands of God.